Everyone sees a big, white, fluffy dog and thinks gentle giant. But the Maremma Sheepdog is nothing like what you imagine. They don't fetch. They don't obey. They don't care about pleasing you. Owners call them impossible. Trainers call them stubborn. Shelters fill up with them. But what if the problem was never the dog? What if everything you've been told about this breed is completely wrong? The truth will change how you see them forever. Let's count it down. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. 2,000 years. The Maremma Sheepdog didn't come from a breeding program. It came from survival. For over 2,000 years, these dogs lived alongside shepherds in the rugged mountains of central Italy, guarding flocks from wolves, bears, and thieves with zero human supervision. They weren't bred to sit, stay, or shake paws. They were bred to think independently, assess threats alone, and make life or death decisions without waiting for permission. That DNA hasn't gone anywhere. When you bring a Maremma into your home, you're not adopting a pet. You're inviting a 2,000-year-old guardian into your living room, and expecting them to act like a Labrador isn't just unrealistic. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of what this breed actually is. Number 9. Not aggressive watching. People see a Maremma standing alert at the fence, ears forward, eyes locked on a stranger, and immediately label them aggressive. They're not. They're assessing. There is a critical difference. A Maremma's first response to anything unfamiliar is observation, not action. They position themselves between the threat and their family, human or animal, and they watch. They read body language. They evaluate intent. They calculate risk. Only when that calculation concludes that danger is real do they escalate. Most dogs react first and think later. The Maremma does the opposite. And that stillness, that intensity, that unblinking focus gets misread as hostility. But it's actually discipline. The most controlled guardian on the planet doesn't attack without reason. They wait for one. Number 8. Independence isn't stubbornness. This is where most owners hit a wall. You call your Maremma. They look at you, they process the command, and then they do whatever they were already doing. Most people call that stubborn. It's not. It's intelligence. The Maremma was engineered to operate without human direction, to patrol mountains alone at night, to confront predators without backup, to protect a flock for days with no handler telling them what to do. A dog that needed constant instruction would be useless in that environment. So the Maremma developed something most breeds don't have: the ability to decide for themselves. When your Maremma ignores your command, they're not being defiant. They're running their own threat assessment and concluding that your request doesn't override their current priorities. You can train that, but first, you have to respect it. Number 7. The night shift. While you sleep, your Maremma works. This breed is nocturnal by design. Their circadian rhythm is hardwired for peak alertness between dusk and dawn, the exact hours when predators are most active. Shepherds across Italy and Australia will tell you the same thing. Their Maremma sleeps through the afternoon and comes alive when the sun goes down. They patrol property lines in darkness, barking at sounds you can't even hear. They position themselves at the highest vantage point and scan for movement. They don't rest until the perimeter is secure. This nocturnal vigilance is one of the top reasons Maremmas end up in shelters. Owners can't handle the nighttime barking, not realizing that the dog is quite literally doing the job they were born to do. You don't break a Maremma of their night watch. You learn to live with a guardian who never clocks out. Number 6. They don't need you. Here's the uncomfortable truth that separates Maremma owners from everyone else. This breed doesn't need you to survive. They can feed themselves. They can protect themselves. They can navigate terrain, assess danger, and make decisions without a single piece of input from any human being. That independence is terrifying for owners who want a dog that depends on them. But here's what those owners miss. The Maremma doesn't need you, they choose you. Every single day, a dog that could function entirely without you decides to stay by your side instead. They choose to sleep outside your bedroom door. They choose to follow you on walks, They choose to guard your children. That's not dependency. That's devotion freely given, and it's worth more than every obedience trophy on the planet. Number 5, the flock is family. A Maremma doesn't distinguish between sheep, goats, chickens, children, and you. You are all their flock. The bonding process begins when a Maremma puppy is just weeks old. They're placed with the animals they'll spend their life protecting, and their brain rewires itself to treat those animals as family. This bond is so profound that handlers who try to reassign a bonded Maremma to a new flock or family often report the dog becoming depressed, refusing to eat, and frantically searching for their original charges. When a Maremma claims you, they claim you for life. You're not their owner. You're their responsibility, and they will protect that responsibility with every ounce of their being. From the neighbor's dog, from the mailman, from anything they perceive as a threat to their family unit. Number 4, socialization is everything. For a Maremma, socialization isn't just important. It's the single factor that determines whether your dog becomes a stable guardian or a legal liability. The critical window closes at roughly 14 weeks. During that time, your Maremma puppy must encounter dozens of different people, animals, environments, and sounds. Every gap in that exposure becomes a permanent fear trigger. And with a dog that weighs up to 100 pounds and has 2,000 years of guardian genetics behind every decision, a fear trigger isn't just a behavioral quirk. It's a potential incident. Poorly socialized Maremmas become reactive, defensive, and dangerous. Well-socialized Maremmas become the most reliable, gentle, and judgment-sound guardians you will ever encounter. The difference is never genetics. It's always the owner. Number 3, the quiet devotion. Maremmas don't express love the way other dogs do. They don't wiggle, they don't lick faces, and they certainly don't perform tricks for treats. Instead, they position themselves. They place their body between you and the door. They lie at the foot of your bed facing the hallway. They stand at the edge of your property watching the tree line while you barbecue. This isn't aloofness. This is how a guardian loves, through vigilance, through presence, through an unshakable commitment to keeping you safe even when you don't know you're being protected. Owners who expect constant affection misunderstand this breed completely. The Maremma's love isn't loud, it's constant, it's quiet, and it never, ever stops. Not for a single moment of their entire life. Number 2, the shelter crisis. Maremma sheepdogs are being surrendered at alarming rates worldwide. Not because they're aggressive, not because they're broken, because people bought a beautiful white puppy without understanding what they were committing to. The barking, the independence, the nocturnal patrols, the refusal to obey commands they deem unnecessary. The 100-pound dog who believes the entire neighborhood is their territory. Rescue organizations in the United States, Australia, and the United Kingdom all report the same pattern. Well-meaning families adopt Maremmas for their looks, then abandon them when the guardian genetics kick in. These dogs didn't fail their owners failed them. And the punishment for human ignorance falls on the dog, confused, heartbroken, and desperate to get back to the flock they were protecting. Number 1, they never stop guarding. And here's the thing that should break your heart. Right now, somewhere near you, a Maremma sheepdog is standing at a fence, watching, listening, scanning. They're not doing it because they were told to. They're doing it because every cell in their body is screaming that this is their purpose. They will stand in freezing rain. They will bark through the night. They will face down predators 3 times their size. And when you walk outside in the morning, they'll look at you with those dark, serious eyes. Not seeking praise, not asking for affection, just confirming that you're still here. Still safe. Still theirs. They don't want a treat. They want to know you survived the night, and they'll be back on watch tomorrow, and the night after, and every night until they can't stand anymore. That's not stubbornness. That's not aloofness. That's the purest form of love a dog is capable of. So there it is. The most misunderstood breed alive isn't difficult. It's devoted in a language most people never learn to read. If you already share your life with a Maremma, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Drop a comment. What's the one thing about your Maremma nobody else understands? I read every single one. Subscribe if this changed how you see them, and I'll see you in the next video.